Hello, dear one. It's Daniel. How are you? I hope you're doing really well. I was guided to do a reading today. So I read cards. I use the tarot typically, um, not only, but I read cards because it helps me to access my intuition. So I'm going to ask you to listen to what I have to say in the same way that I approach the cards, which is the message is not in the cards. The message is also not coming out of my mouth. The message for you today is what you get as you sit and listen and take in what you're seeing when I show you the cards and what I'm saying out of my mouth, what I'm saying with my body, what you experience here, and listen here, feel here, here being you. That's where your message is. So let's jump in. So I ask I have this archetype deck. I asked him, show me the overall theme here. And I got this card called Mooncat. And basically what it is simply about you finding your own way. Think of cats, very individual, finding your own way in the dark when you can't see super clearly. Curiosity. Cats are curious. Cats will take risks. Cats are very in tune with themselves as they also step out into curiosity, finding their way in the dark. So that's our overall theme today. Now, I pulled these cards to start with, and then I'll be pulling cards with you live. So the first is show me you. Who's you in this situation? And I get the Seven of Swords. So this is you having a sense there's something not quite right here. Feels like there's something I'm not seeing or something I should know that I'm not able to know. There's something going on here that's not available to me to sense, to know. Doesn't seem right. And you in search of Four of Pentacles, sense of security, safety. I know who I am. I know where things are. I know what's going on. So that's the context for our reading today. So let's pull some cards and see what happens here. So remember, the overall sense is finding your own way here, your own way here. So this is here at the center of this reading is the Three of Pentacles. So working away at something, maybe learning something, just maybe going along, just sort of going along in your day-to-day life, trying to get by. Here again is that sense that we're coming into this reading with of the moon, that things just aren't clear here. And where you're trying to get to is, so I'm getting very strong language coming up. Where am I going to put this message? Can I put this out? I effing want to know what's going on here. It's very important to me to know what's happening here. I'm shining this light. I am using everything that I have, trying my best to stand in my own sense of myself, trying to get clear what's going on here. But something's happened recently. Four of Swords and the Hangman. But something's happened, or you're in this situation right now where it feels like I can't move. I don't know what to do here. I'm not even sure which way is up. So this could be something that is affecting a specific thing in your life. It's something I'm kind of getting here with this Three of Pentacles for some reason. I just sort of see him, he's just sort of going about his business day to day, doing his thing. Almost like the whole sense of, I'm not really sure, but I am trying my best to stand in my own power and my own sense of myself, trying to find my way here. So it's interesting how these cards just basically reinforce the message that we had earlier. So what is the way forward here? Interesting. So I'm using a deck where I've got two different decks of cards mixed together here, but it's interesting. Huh. That's interesting. So these cards I just pulled, The first cards I just pulled were almost all of one deck, and the second card are all of a second deck, and I have them mixed here. I don't know if you can see. So that's interesting. It's almost like there's two completely different worlds that are presenting themselves here. So there's this world that's showing up of, I'm not sure what's going on. Something doesn't quite feel right. I need to develop some sense of safety and security. But it's almost like I'm not even sure how to move forward, or I'm stuck, or I feel trapped, or I just feel like I'm not sure what to do here. But I'm trying my best to stand in as much of my power as I can, trying to find my way. So that almost feels like that lives. So this is, I don't know how to say this. I'm not even sure what these cards are yet. That's almost like that is all living in one world. And now what's being shown here is what's needed is to literally step into a different world. So I'm not quite sure what that means yet either. But can you hold in your mind that what's being presented here isn't what's the missing piece in order to solve my dilemma or to see what to go. That's not the way to go, because that still lives. It's like a missing piece in a current way of being or a current world. What's being presented here is, hold on a second, you just drop that. Stop trying to solve what you think is, or feel is, or sense is, or seems to be the problem. Can you just stop? Because if you keep getting in that, trying to find your way, trying to massage your way, trying to find the missing piece, what's going to happen? So interesting. I asked the cards that, and we get the Seven of Swords coming up again. So that was what showed up here at the beginning, remember, of you. It keeps you stuck. It's funny, this is a really interesting card, and I kind of see it as a question mark. It's like this constant state of, I'm not sure what the hell's going on here. So I'll try to say that one more time quickly, and then we'll move on. So if what I'm sharing here so far resonates with you, I'm going to ask you to consider for the moment, for the time that you're sitting here listening to this, okay, what if I just stop trying to fix, solve, change that? What if I just stopped? And then let's see what the cards have to say about the way to go forward is. So Four of Wands is at the center of this. Look at how they're up here at the top of this house. It's get to a higher place, to see it from a higher place. Four of Wands is a sense of creating some stability for yourself. So if you step out of there's a problem, and really just kind of say, look, I'm not going to deal with that as a problem. Yes, it's causing me stress, etc. But let me just step back and assume that it's just is it as it is. Maybe it's exactly as it needs to be. Let me find somehow a place to see it from a higher perspective, to step back. Because what's needed is Five of Swords here in the kind of coming into the situation, moving into the Nine of Swords. So Five of Swords, what she's saying to me. You see how it's like, so she's here, she's kind of only being able to half see there's something in the background. There's something I'm not seeing. I just sense I'm not even sure where to look. So I'm not seeing. I'm moving to the place where you can actually begin to see. So this is a challenging energy. So what this is telling me is there's something going on. If this resonates for you, there is something going on. But the way you're approaching it is preventing you from being able to see what it is. So to step back, to get higher, to find some place in your life, in your being, where there's some sense of solid ground, and stepping back, stepping out of it. And then you'll actually begin to be able to see what's there. Because when you do this, this is really important. When you do this, there is strength there to deal with whatever there is to deal with, and you can actually begin to see what's going on, the world, the whole picture. Now, this is also a little kind of crass, but you can kind of see up her dress. You can begin to see what is hidden. What's going on out here looks like a certain thing, but there's something else going on inside, underneath. So there's all kinds of places where this could be playing out for you, with stuff going on in the world stage, stuff going on in your personal life. It could be very easy to be caught up in the of it and trying to kind of, what do I need? I can't really see, or just the sense of I just, or even worked up like that, but it's more of a just a shutting down, of feeling trapped. I'm not even sure what to do here, but it's a shutdown place. What the cards are suggesting is literally drop it. Drop it. So think about this. For any of you that are parents, if you got something going on, like there's something here in your life going on, and like at work or something, like I said, it's a big thing, and something happens with your kid, this is like, fuck it. Has to wait. This has to be attended to. I'm going to suggest that you take that same kind of approach with whatever this is. It's like, F it. I got to get away from this, because the way I'm caught up in it is preventing me from seeing clearly to know what to do. I must simply just drop it and pull back, because then you're going to be able to see. Then you're going to be able to see what's going on here. And so what's interesting here, so the Nine of Swords is generally thought of as the nightmare card. The stuff that's going on in your mind is tormenting you, right? And that's what's happening now. And what this seems to be showing is, pull back, close your eyes, go within, just pull back from being caught up in it, come back in, do whatever you need to do, take a day off, because what's happening is trying to solve a situation, trying to understand it out there. What needs to happen out there? I don't understand. What are the missing pieces? And what's being left out is the most important thing, which is you. So just like the cat, finding your own way in the dark, taking care of yourself first here. Yourself first here. So the Ten of Swords follows on this Nine of Swords. And this Ten of Swords is often generally, it's a really ugly card in the Rider-Waite Tarot. This is interesting. I kind of feel like by stepping back, by just saying, just like with your child, screw this. I cannot be dealing with this right now. I need to go deal with this. This that I'm suggesting you go deal with is you. You come inside and you find some place in yourself, in your world, to put yourself on solid ground. Then that's going to allow all of these are swords. There's no swords in here, but these are swords, 9 of them that are giving her fits, begin to be removed. Then you can begin to see clearly, the King of Swords. Then you can begin to see clearly. But then I want to couple this with, not only because this would tend to be the rational mind, and then this is being coupled here with the feeling, sensing, knowing. That cat, finding its way in the dark. In the dark here, I'm talking about in you, because what I'm going to suggest is, let me just check the cards. Oh, that's interesting. You know the answer. Some part of you already knows the answer that you're trying to find. And the way you're going to find it is, so these two cards fell out. It's the page and the knight of, it's the, sorry, it's the knights of pentacles and the knight of pentacles and the knight of cups. What's needed is you to come to your own rescue, create safety for you, because you've kind of lost yourself in this situation. And what I mean by losing yourself is you have the answer here. You have your own answer here to what's going on. But my sense is that answer is a hard one to face and to see and to know what to deal with. So the thing is, the you that's in that first world that was presented, that's caught up in that sense of, kind of living from this place, not right here. I'm not quite sure. It's a sort of debilitated, it's not an empowered place to be in yourself. And so that disempowered you already has a sense of what's going on. But the disempowered you doesn't feel like you've got the wherewithal to deal with that. So maybe consciously, but mostly subconsciously, probably you're just not ready to deal with it, because you're bought into this sense of me being disempowered. That's why it's important to literally just drop it, pull back, create safety, security, a solid place for yourself, and then take a feel like the cat finding its way in the dark. What else going on here? There's this. That doesn't feel right. That's interesting. That really doesn't feel right. What's going on here? Keep pulling yourself back to this place. That, because you've created a powerful place for yourself. You have created the powerful place for yourself. That's these nights. You must take the action to do that for yourself. And then you can sense what's going on. And what these cards are telling me is that you will see it. You will see it, and you will find the support that you need in order to then respond to what needs to be responded to. Okay? Beautiful. So I hope that's helpful. It looks like something that is a difficulty is coming to an end here. 10 of Wands. Something that's been very challenging. This doesn't look so bad, these cards. They're pretty, but the 10 of Wands is, this has been a lot of work and it feels like a burden, but you're not able to deal with it because of being caught in that first position of disempowerment. Pull yourself back, stay separate, apart from it, sense it and feel it, and analyze it from back here, not in here. Okay? I hope that's helpful. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon.